we men ought to pray always and not to faint. We need to pray at all times and never to faint. In the book of Daniel, chapter 6, from verse 10 to 17. Daniel chapter 6, from verse 10 to 17, talks about a man called Daniel who was a stranger in that land. And the information came from the king that nobody should pray. But what did this man do? He opened his window. This is not to show off. Some people will say that when you want to pray, you don't need to shout in the synagogue. The house of God is a house of prayer. It is when we go out there, maybe in the street, or we start to do all kinds of things. That is the only thing, that is the area that we just say, this is not right. But when you are in the house of God, you pray. But I thank God for the life of Daniel. He's a man that he is not even bothered. He's not even troubled by the order from the king. Even though it was said that nobody should ever ask for anything except through the gods of the king. But this man defied even that order. He opened his window and he prayed. How many times? 3 times. And the Bible tells us that it is not just for that day. It is his habitual practices. It's what he does from time to time. So he prayed. And before I go, I introduce the title unto us. I want us to read the book of John. John chapter 16, verse 24. John chapter 16, verse 24. I want us to read it together. John chapter 16, verse 24. The book of John chapter 16, verse 24. Because the Bible tells us, even up to this now, up to this moment, we have not asked him anything. He said we should ask him. And until when? Until our joy be full. I don't know about you. Do you know until we leave this world, every true child of God must do what? Must be prayerful. You know, I said the other time that this is a prayer service. We just want to pray. And as we will be mentioning some points, and we will pray along. We stand up and we will pray. And God Almighty will strengthen us.